Some. What's up, everybody? Got some non-copyright music. I'm just chilling. About the history of the Dallas Cowboys Part 2. Gotta finish up this book. I was reading the book, so all my people, all my supporters, my channel, and I want to finish it up. It's called Inside the Star. I think my voice is gonna get a little bit annoying. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's good stuff. I think that song is fading. Mm. Where we at? Where we at? All right, let's pause this for a second. Talking about chapter 6, era of disappointment. Oh, chapter 6 now. Well, let's go. Let's go. We talked a long time yesterday. Did the Cowboys Eagles game 2009 wild card round? I'm gonna do more of that stuff. It's kind of fun. But I'm losing my voice. Help it out. That's good. That'll help. Talking about era of disappointment. You hate to see it, but well, that's what it is. Some music in the background for you. What is this? What's going on? Inside the Star, chapter 6. For all the Cowboys' dominance in the 70s and 90s, the last quarter century has not been kind to America's team. Sure, they won their division a handful of times, and they had a few wildcard bursts along the way. But they also had 3 consecutive 5-11 seasons and 3 straight 8-8 seasons. Oh no. Is this the 1980s? What happened in the 1980s? Let's look it up. Let's look it up, guys. What happened in the 1980s? 1980 Cowboys season. All right. I'm going to take you through the 1980s. I'm going to take you through here. All right. So the 1980 season, we're actually 12-4, and we were second place in our division. Won the wild card playoff game and divisional Rams and Falcons, but we lost to the Eagles in the championship game. That means the Eagles went to the Super Bowl in 1980.
NFL fans, gear up for
Check this out. They lost the Super Bowl in 1980. I didn't know that. They lost to the Raiders. Super Bowl XV. Wow. What Super Bowls have the Eagles been to? Super Bowls, Eagles. Okay. So they've been 4 times: 1980, 2004, I think, McNabb.
Oh.
2017 when they won. 2023. Okay, so they've been 4 times, won once. I thought they only been like. I thought that was a big deal when they won. All right, never mind. Never mind.
Oh.
1980. Our owner is Clint Murchison Jr. Tex Rams, our GM. Tom Landry's our head coach. We're at Texas Stadium. We're at Texas Stadium right now in 1980. "1981, we're 12-4. We lost the championship game to the 49ers. I think that's a famous game. So we were still good in the 70s. We were still good in the late 70s to the 90s. We were good in the 70s and in the late 70s and the early 80s. 1982, we lost the NFC Championship game at Washington. Oh my gosh. So we went in 82, 81, and 80. We lost the 2 division rivals and 49ers. That sucks. What happened in 1983? 12-4, lost the wild card to the Rams. That's 83, not 83. What happened in 1984? We're 9-7, didn't qualify for the playoffs. So we're starting to slip in 84. 85, we lost the divisional to the Rams, scored 0 points, 0-20. 10-6. So we're trying. In 1986, 7-9, third. No playoffs. 87, 7-8. No playoffs. 88, 3-13. No playoffs. Fifth in NFC East, yeah, when we had the Cardinals. So we're starting to slip a little bit. We're starting to slip. Okay. 3-13 isn't good. Our only Pro Bowler was Herschel Walker in 1988. So we have Herschel Walker, and that's pretty much it. Right. Well, okay. That's why it's such a big deal when we traded him. We had Herschel Walker, and that's pretty much it for our team back then. He's with the Cowboys 86-89. Yeah, okay. 3.5 seasons about, I think. 1989, 1-15. Yeah, we started winning in the 90s. 79, running back Emmitt Smith. 1990 for the Pro Bowler. 1991, Pro Bowler. We're 11-5. Shoot, guys, shoot. Second NFC East, won wild card playoffs. The Bears lost divisional 6-38 Lions. 4 Pro Bowlers though, including today no deck. How many times did Jay been a Pro Bowler? You got him from Phoenix Cardinals. 1990. So we started at pieces of the puzzle. He's a 5-time Pro Bowler, 91, 95. He just be a good quarterback to throw to. 3-time Super Bowl champ. He's like, I'm retiring after that. After my 3rd Super Bowl, I'm retiring. After that 95 season, I crushed him 92. Won Super Bowl. Our center was a Pro Bowler. 93. Got a lot of Pro Bowlers. Linebacker, safety, tackle. Shoot, we got a lot of guys. Joe Johnson was Pro Bowlers. 94, stay then. Lost the championship to the 49ers. Dang it. And they got Super Bowl. This time we have Jerry Jones, Barry Switzer. 95. Jerry Jones, Barry Switzer. Several Pro Bowlers. Well, that's when we lost Super Bowl against Steelers in the 96. 10-6, one wild card, lost divisional Panthers. So, we started not doing so great. That's okay. We got it back. The Dallas Cowboys will get back. The last quarter century has not been kind to America's team. Okay, so it wasn't even talking about the 80s. It was talking about the 2000s. With a lot of 8-8 seasons under Jason Garrett. That's what it's talking about. That's what it means. You've been taking a 5-11 season? That sucks. Sucks. Shoot, I think this was a picture of the 2006 playoff game. Yeah, Tom. Glory years when Tom Landry and Jimmy Johnson were the head coaches, the Cowboys have gone through several. Unlike those glory years, Cowboys have gone through several since Barry Switzer led the team to the 1995 crown. And going into the 2018 season, Dallas hadn't been back to the Super Bowl since. Yeah, we're fortunate. I would have bet I'll be back, owner Jerry Jones said in 2016 when asked about the championship. So, yeah, I bet he'd love to go back there. I bet he'd freaking love to go back there. When I look back at it, I think I might have felt entitled to Super Bowls. You can get that feeling coming out of that. Maybe this is your special spotlight here. You're going to be able to rack up 5, 6, 7, 8 of these. Well, that'd be nice. That'd be nice. But over time, Jones began to realize he was overconfident. Yeah, he was overconfident. That's for sure. Well, the good old reality, hard light of the day hit. I do appreciate and respect just how difficult this thing is. Yeah, getting the Super Bowl is not easy, guys. It's not easy at all. 92, 93, close to 94, 95 season got it. Where's our Deion Sanders? Where's our Jay Novacek? Where's our blockbuster trade? Nowadays, oh boy. Like where even where's our quarterback who can lead us there? Who led us to the Super Bowl? Who are the quarterbacks that actually led us to the Super Bowl? First one was Roger Staubach. We got him from the Navy. He was really good. That's 4 years out. He became a starter at 31. That's crazy. We throw away quarterbacks if they're 24, 25. If they're 26, get out of here. We don't want you. Just crazy. He was actually round 10, 1964. That's crazy. I think the rounds were condensed though. And Troy Aikman was round 1. Boy, we need that. We need that talent now. It's not that Dak can't do it. He can do it, but we need some A+ talent around him if we're gonna make a run. Are we gonna make a run? CeeDee Lamb's round 1 pick. Who else is round 1? Even when we were doing well with undrafted guys in 2000s, I was Austin and Tony. We still had Felix Jones round one. We still had a lot of round one guys, top guys around him. Can't build a team otherwise. Mm. Yeah. Yeah. It's done. It's done. Let's see what this book says, though. There's a section about the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. I'll read that in a second. Nice. But over time, he became to realize he was overconfident. I mean, all he had to do was, he paid him with Smith. If he paid Zeke, he paid Zeke because he had paid him with Smith. He was like, Zeke's going to produce for me for years and years to come. I remember when Emmitt Smith gave us, what was that? It was either 9 or 11 seasons with 1,000 rushing yards. And Zeke gave us 1,600 one time. Marco Murray gave us 1,800, but we just don't get that kind of production out of him. Our O-line was good in 16. It was good in 17, but I think he was suspended a little bit. You know? It was good in 18. What's wrong with our O-line? We just added some pieces too. At least we take O-line seriously, unlike other teams. Cough, cough, Bengals. Bengals. I don't need to pretend. Bengals O-line has been suffering. I can't believe they got to a Super Bowl. They got to a Super Bowl. Yeah, they did. They did. It seems so long ago now. When was that? Was that 21? The 21 season? Because the 20 season was, yeah, it must have been, because 19 was Kansas City first Super Bowl win. 20 was Tampa Bay won against Chiefs. And then 21 season, but the 22 season, who won the 22 season? And the 23 season was the Chiefs. So when was the Rams wins? And yeah, the Rams. So the 21 season was literally, so the 19 season and the 20 season the Chiefs wins. That's why they won. They won 3 out of 4 years. No, they won 3 out of 5 years. Yeah, that makes sense. No, the 19 and then 23 seasons. So they won 3 out of 4 years. All right. So 19 season is the Chiefs, 20 season Tampa Bay, 21 season the Rams won, and 22 and 23. So they can say 4 years, I guess, but no. Well, they won 3 out of 4. 3 out of 4. Well, they won in 2019 too. Yeah, whatever. 19. They won, they lost, didn't go, then won. So 3 out of 5 years. All right. We'll say that. Yeah, go Rams. Matt Stafford has a ring. Now he can go to not Detroit. He can go to LA and be famous. But he's married, so he doesn't. Yeah. Once you win a ring, win a ring in LA. Go to any nightclub you want, I guess. But he's married. He doesn't want to do that. I wouldn't want to do that. I want to literally go on a beach somewhere and just chill out. My Instagram post would be a picture of me taking a nap on a beach, saying, I earned this. I just want to chill out. All right, let's see. But over time, Jones began to realize he was overconfident. Oh, well, no kidding. Well, the good old reality, hard light of the day hit, and I do appreciate and respect just how difficult this thing is, yeah. It's not as if the Cowboys haven't had good players, even though they were 3-8 in playoff games between 1996 and 2017. They've had plenty of stars wearing the helmet. That's true. If you're just joining us, I'm reading Inside the Star. Continuing with this. Read this book, Troy Aikman and the Cowboys last time. But yeah, check me out. You can subscribe if you want. But not even subscribe. Just check out all my videos. I have a podcast and then I have a comedy segment called the D-Bell Sports Show. named aptly after me. So check it out. Quarterback is always a key to success. After Troy Aikman retired in 2001. Ah, Troy, come on. I need your jersey. I have Emmitt Smith. Uh, some friends gave it to me as a 30th birthday present, but I don't have Troy. Then I found my Tony Romo one at TJ Maxx. That's the first one I got. After Troy Aikman retired in 2001, the Cowboys went through 8 starters until Tony Romo emerged in 2006. Though in the playoffs, he smashed Aikman's team records for regular season touchdowns and passing yards. Yeah, let's go through all these. Let's go. Oh, thank you for the like. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Mm. You can comment in the chat if you want. Oh, what's up? What's up, everybody? But yeah, starting quarterbacks, and I'll just go for a few. I'll just go through a few. Dallas Cowboys. So yeah, I mean we'll go through this book, but we'll also learn some history too, because I didn't know all this stuff. I had to look at this. Like 2 days ago, I looked at this list and I was like, "Oh, we got John Meredith in 1960. I know that. I know Eddie LeBaron, Don Heinrich. Well, he only started one game, but let's see, in the Tony Romo era or previous, and I did a video. Will the Cowboys draft a quarterback? And within the video, I talked about the history of the Dallas Cowboys quarterbacks. Well, from '89 to today. So maybe I should just do like a whole video and not go live talking about it, but I'll go live. I don't care. Either way. Yeah, Troy Aikman. Wade Wilson started a game for us. He did not win. Jason Gatt won a few games. What's up, Jason? He's a commentator now for us. Well, not for us, but he's a commentator on something or other. I don't even remember. That's after he betrayed us and went to the Giants. Oh well, whatever. Oh, you gotta pay me? Well, and I get to still be in the NFL, calling plays? Jerry, I'm so sorry. Well, I mean, he doesn't care about Jerry. Jerry fired him. Says I'm going to the Giants. Ugh. Yeah, so oh, we had Randall Cunningham. We got him from the Eagles. That's funny. Mm. I mean, the Washington got McNabb at one point. So I mean, we're just trading quarterbacks within our division. Come on. Oh my gosh, we had Ryan Leaf? No, we didn't. No, we did not. That's impossible. We had Ryan Leaf. Hold on. We had Ryan Leaf. No, yes, we did in 2001. Jesus. I did not know this. I did not know this. We actually had Ryan Leaf. Come on. Come on, guys. We're trying to say the same card. Try to get the number one draft pick again. What's going on? What's going on? Mm. Mm. Oh, it's just Red Bull, but oh man, it's good. We had Troy Aikman in 2007, 4-7. That was his record. And then he went down with an injury. Randall Cunningham won one game for us after that, and then lost two. Oh, Randall, how could you? Were you just losing those games because you're an Eagles quarterback before this, or because you're just so very bad? I don't know. Like I know you was good back in the day. It was pretty good. I'm pretty sure. Now we had Anthony Wright. Anthony Wright. Let's see who this guy is. Anthony Wright is, well, it says he's a quarterback. It says he's a Super Bowl champion, so I assume he lucked into that one. 2008 Giants versus Patriots. He was probably a backup because he played in 31 games in like 8 seasons or whatever. 28 touchdowns, 25 interceptions, pass rating 66. Oh, I'm so sorry. Anthony Wright. You played in a few games for us. You played in 8 games, started 5. Passing yards was 500, 600, 700, 40, 56, like 800 passing yards. Okay, so he did something. He did a little bit of something for us. But yeah, it looks like Andy Wright was a quarterback for us. Well, there you go. After that was Quincy Carter. Quincy Carter. Yeah, this guy. Yeah. Ugh. He went to the USFL or whatever after us. Anthony Ryan leave. Clint Stomer. I don't know who these people are. We had Chad Hutchinson, Quincy Carter, Vinny Testaverde, Drew Henson, Drew Bledsoe. We had Drew Bledsoe for 2 seasons. He started for 2 seasons, guys. I mean, we replaced Tony. We're like Tony Romo, go in for Drew. He's not hitting it. And then we got Tony. Brad Johnson started the game for us. We got Tony, and then we got a lot of backups. And that's pretty much what we're pretty much like, hey, let's get some not as good, not as good backups. That's what we do. We drafted quarterbacks all the time too. We drafted backup quarterbacks. Steve McGee was like third, fourth round. I mean, we only had him for 2 years. We had a bunch of people. We had Matt Castle for a little bit. We had that one guy. I don't remember. I mean, actually, I could just look it up. Brandon Whedon, we actually had him. Kellen Moore started 2 games for us. Kyle Orton, that's what I was thinking of. Gary Gilbert, Ben DiNucci, Andy Dalton, 2020. Jeez. Yeah, 2010 season, Stephen McGee 1-0. So he won. He started only 1 game, and he won that game against the Eagles because he's a boss, and I would love to interview him. I would love to interview Stephen McGee and talk about that 1 game. All it takes is 1 game. Quarterback is always a key to success. After Troy Aikman retired in 2001, the Cowboys went through 8 starters until Tony Romo emerged in 2006. I heard that part. Oh, no. Let's read about the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. I would love to interview a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader, too. If you are a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader, if you're one of the 2 people watching the stream and you're a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader, I'd love to interview you. Love to interview you. Anybody that has anything to do with the Dallas Cowboys or sports, really, I'll interview anybody. I haven't interviewed anybody yet. I'll look forward to that. One area in which the Cowboys always lead the league is cheerleading. You've seen the cheerleading outfits. Ours is the best in the league. The evolution of these other teams' cheerleading outfits. And I mean, who hasn't seen a video on that randomly pops up? You watch this Dallas Cowboys game from 1991. Oh, watch the cheerleading uniform evolution. Why not? One area in which the Cowboys always lead the league is cheerleading. Cool. Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders, established in 1972, are known throughout America because they're so awesome. They're really hot. Why not? Cheerleading King, which is featured on its own TV show, is famous for its precise dancing and iconic uniforms. In fact, when the Cowboys played in London, England in 2014, oh, we did? Shoot, I know that. That's pretty cool. The cheerleaders were as popular as the players. Who you are really matters. Let's see. Let's see. Who you are really matters, said Emma Mary, who was in her 4th year as a cheerleader for that England trip. Emma Mary. Maybe I should try to interview her. I'm gonna make a list. I'm gonna make a list of people I should try to interview. I want to interview this Lance Rensel guy. About the Ice Bowl. That seems like a good one. Emma Mary. Emma Mary sounds cool. Can you tell me about the Cowboys cheerleaders? Cowboys cheerleader 2014 London trip. 4th year. Yeah, I wonder what she's up to now. Oh, should I find out? Why not? Why not? We truly are America's sweethearts. We're representing the Dallas Cowboys whenever, wherever we go, wherever it's at our job, at our church, or in London. We don't have an off season, maybe 2 weeks in January, unless we get booked. We're constantly performing, but we love it that way. Yeah, they're performing at everything. They love it. They love it. After depending on Emmitt Smith during the glory years, the Cowboys didn't have another star running back until DeMarco Murray led the league in rushing in 2014. Yeah, he got 1,800 yards for us. I mean, that was going to be our year. He was a beast. Cut through all those guys. Cut through them. No, they're not defensive tackles. He did really well. Our offensive line helped him enough in 2014, where I think we had Travis Frederick by that time. Really good. Where we just went for it. Wide receiver Michael Irvin was another key to the Cowboys' success in the 1990s. Yeah. Since then, teams have had other star receivers, but not consistent enough receivers to help us. And in their prime, we need receivers in their prime. That's why it's so exciting to see Lamb emerge as one of the best. For instance, Joe Owens. Yeah. Had 3 solid seasons between 2006. Here's a hat right here. I have a little hat. In case this one gets too hot. In 2008, but Owens was known as a difficult teammate, and the Cowboys eventually let him go. Des Bryant was an outstanding. Oh, he was known as a difficult teammate, huh? Was he getting the ball? Was he getting touchdowns? I'll deal with them. I'll deal with the difficult nature of my teammate if he's giving me a Super Bowl, which is pretty much the story of sports right there. The Cowboys eventually let him go. Des Bryant was outstanding receiver for most of his 8 seasons. That's true. We did have Des Bryant consistently. We did have him consistently. I need to do another video about wide receivers. I can't do all the stuff on live, like bring up a picture of him, bring up his stats. I need to do a video about the receivers. Just the history of the Dallas Cowboys receivers. Yeah, that'd be cool. But the team cut him in 2018. Yeah, he did. Until Dallas began using draft picks on offensive linemen, tackle Tyron Smith in 2011, center Travis Frederick in 2013. I thought it was 13. And guard Zach Martin in 2014. The blocking had been poor for much of the 2000s. Okay. So is that why our running backs weren't getting the yards? It's not that Marion Barber or Felix Jones didn't have a 1,000-yard season in them. They just poor blocking. Okay. Well, maybe that was it. Because I know those were good running backs. Those were very good running backs. But you got to utilize their potential with a good offensive line. The only constant was tight ends Jason Witten. In 2003 to 2017, he had 1,152 catches, 4th most in NFL history. He's going to the Hall of Fame, definitely. Along with 68 touchdowns. For the past 15 years, every practice, this is a picture of him too. Picture of him kissing him. Every film session, every notebook I filled, every ounce of sweat, I did so because of my love and drive for the game of football. Witten said when he retired. And I tried my absolute best to be dependable to my teammates, to my coaches, to my family, and to all those who were cheering us on. Yeah, I went to Vegas for a year. I came back and went to Vegas. And then that's about it. Fans haven't had much to cheer for on defense since the late 1990s. Yeah, our defense was tight. Dallas ranked 20th or worse in points. Allowed 8 times. Yeah. Well, that doesn't mean the Cowboys were without defensive stars. Leading the way were linebackers DeMarcus Ware, very good, and Sean Lee. Oh, Sean Lee, I should try to interview him. What's Sean Lee up to? What's DeMarcus Ware up to? I think DeMarcus Ware last year for that first game on Thursday. They're doing Brazil this year, so he can't. He did the national anthem. Yeah, from Penn State. We get our best linebackers from Penn State. It has a picture of DeMarcus Ware playing golf on his on. Yeah, that's crazy. But on his Wikipedia page, it has him with the Broncos. He only played with the Broncos. Well, shoot, he got a Super Bowl with the Broncos, so whatever. What am I talking about? He's a Super Bowl champion. Good for him. And he coached him in 2018. Pass rush consultant. Damn, we should bring him back as a coach. Two-time NFL sack leader. So yeah, he's a round one guy. When did we get him? 2005? Damn, that's good. Pick 11. He went to Troy. Troy Trojans football. Yeah. He was so good. Who knows what he's doing now? I certainly don't have a clue. You never know how you can get in touch with these guys and ask them to come on your podcast. Some of them have agents, maybe some of them don't anymore. Stuff. Yeah, Sean Lee retired after the 2020 season. Round two guys, so good, so good. He's all pro and then two-time Pro Bowler. 2016, I mean, he just had some injuries. He played for Penn State, yeah. So good though, so good. They're so good. Defensive backs, Darren Woodson. In fact, I'm gonna put because Bob Lilly. I'm gonna try to meet Bob Lilly. He's former Bob Lilly. Yeah, I'm gonna try to see him. But in fact, let me look him up real quick. Bob Lilly has a signing in Georgetown in a month, and maybe I can get him to sign a jersey. 1961 to 74. 84 years old right now, so it's very cool that he's doing that. He's a defensive tackle, Super Bowl champion. Yeah, very cool, very cool. But yeah, let's keep talking about him. Defensive backs, Darren Woodson and Terrence Newman. Terrence Newman was good. I just did he was in the game I just called, the 2009 one, Cowboys Eagles wild card. That was a fun game. I'm gonna try to find more games that I can just call. Just like really good games. I think my next one's gonna be Broncos Cowboys 2013. We lost 41 to 48, or 51 to 48, but man, that was such a good game. It won't be boring. It won't be a boring game, so I'll call that game. You know, I can kind of work on my commentator skills for when I commentate the games for this year. But yeah, let's keep talking about the history of the Dallas Cowboys. Why not? I'm learning as much as you guys are. If you have any questions in chat, go for it. Terrence Newman and defensive lineman Roy Glover and Greg Ellis. I'm not sure who they are, but sure, there were some good players. There simply weren't enough good plays. Well, despite the lack of championships in recent years, the Cowboys have still received plenty of attention since their last Super Bowl win. That was certainly true in the late 2010s when Dallas had a dominating running back in Ezekiel Elliott. I mean, we still have him. Just got him back. A promising young quarterback in Dak Prescott now in his eighth season, and his might be his last. And one of the best offensive lines in the NFL. Yeah, our offensive line is still good. It was good in 2014. It was good in 2016. It was still good. We just added half our draft was offensive line too, so it better be good. No excuses. And when Dallas, oh, we did? Shoot. There was yet another shining spotlight on the Cowboys. Yeah, I mean the Lions hosted it like last month. Oh my gosh, they traded up, got a cornerback before the Packers. They had a good draft, and we got another third round pick. So they wanted to look good in their city. Sure, why not? Well, what luck! Michigan won their championship in college, and then the Lions are good. So, phew, what luck that to have it in Detroit. Turns out America's team is hard to ignore. Well, yeah, America's team is hard to ignore. Look, it's picture deck. Nice picture deck. He's smiling, throwing a football, and something. I don't know. Does he think he's going to complete that pass? I hope he did. Oh, here's another picture. We're reading from Inside the Star, by the way. 5 books. We already read Troy Aikman and Dallas Cowboys, but now we're reading Inside the Star, the ultimate Dallas Cowboys fan guide. And I'm a fan. Became a fan in 2010. That was my first season watching them. My roommates were Eagles and Panthers fans, so I had to pick a team. What better team than to pick a team where I was from, the good old Dallas Cowboys. I'm gonna lose my voice. All right, let's continue on. Classic games. Well, I love classic games. The Hail Mary win at Minnesota wasn't the first classic game that the Cowboys were involved in, and it wasn't the last. Here are some of the other great games the team has played, including a few tough losses. Oh, NFL Championship game, the Ice Bowl, December 31st, 1967. Okay. So I read about this earlier in the other book. I think a guy named Lance Rensel was there. Let me look him up. I want to try to interview him if I can, because that would be really cool. I think he played in that game, the Ice Bowl. I mean, the original one. Yeah, 67. So wide receiver, running back. I think it was just a legit wide receiver by that time. 67 to 70. Does he have a ring? No. But if he stuck around for one more year instead of going to the Rams, he would have a ring with the Cowboys, which I'm sure he thinks about that all the time. He would probably literally just like wakes up like, dang it, you know. He's around 2 pick in 65, so yeah, I want to try to interview him. That would be really cool. That would be legit. The temperature at game time was 13 degrees below zero. Oh my gosh. Reminds me of that Kansas City playoff game we just had. The wind chill was a mind-numbing 40 below. Wow. Much of Lambeau Field turf was frozen. Yeah, 50,000 Green Bay Packers. Oh, this is against the Packers. When are we gonna get our revenge on the Packers? I think we did in we already did, right? In the 80s or something, but man, can we just beat them one more time? Yeah, 50,000 Green Bay Packers fans crowded into the stadium. When the referee blew his whistle to start the game, it froze to his lips. This type of weather was unheard of in Dallas, so it was a little surprised when Green Bay took a 14-0 lead. There's a picture. There's a picture for everybody. You can see, and I can see you guys on here too. In the second quarter, yeah, I mean they're used to playing in the cold. What else are they gonna do? Right, there's nothing to do in Green Bay. All right, you guys want to see the movie? There's not a movie theater. All right, I guess we'll go practice. I mean, what do you want? The Cowboys not accustomed to such cold, and actually having stuff to do in Dallas would have been forgiven for throwing in the towel. Oh, we're not gonna throw in the towel. We can play in cold weather. It's just we don't have to. We don't have to. Okay, it's not our fault or Texas weather. Well, it can be pretty hot, but not our fault. Texas weather can be pretty nice. Instead, they scored 17 straight points, including a halfback pass by Dan Reeves, future coach Dan Reeves, for the go-ahead score early in the fourth quarter. So we scored 17, because Dan Reeves was on our team. He was on our team. Let's see. Let's look up Dan Reeves for fun. Maybe I should try to interview Dan Reeves. Why not? Why not? Maybe I should have a Patreon, put all my interviews on Patreon. He was an assistant coach for the Cowboys for a long time, and then head coach for the Broncos for a long time. New York for like 5 seasons. The Atlanta Falcons for a long time. He was a Super Bowl champion because he was with us in '72. Where did he play? What a quarterback. Yeah, so he's a halfback who used to play quarterback, and we thought he could play safety. So that's pretty cool. You're always welcome if you think you can play more than one position. I think my voice is okay. My voice is it's not too bad. It's not too bad. Yeah, let's get some likes up. I got 2 likes. That's awesome. Get a few hearts up there. Oh yeah, I like those hearts. I like those hearts. My book's upside down, of course. But the Packers weren't done. Those slippery, conniving Packers. On the final drive of the game, they marched down the field. With only 16 seconds remaining. Green Bay had the ball inside the Cowboys' 1-yard line. Packers coach Vince Lombardi decided not to attempt a game-tying field goal. No one wanted to stay out there for overtime anyway. Vince Lombardi, oh man. Instead, Packers quarterback Bart Starr plunged into the end zone on a sneak to win the game. It was the bitterest and coldest of endings for Dallas. Son of a gun. And that was an NFL championship. Oh, wait, that was 67. That was the modern era of Super Bowl, right? Because it started in 66. So we could have gone to the Super Bowl. Yeah, it was called AFL and NFL back in those days. Super Bowl V, Super Bowl 5 was 71. So yeah, 66 was the first one. 67, 68, 69, 70. Yeah, for the 70 season, right? So 66 season, 67, 68, 69, 70 season. For the 70 season, Super Bowl 1971. Yeah. Won in the 71 season. So we won in 1972, lost in the 70 season. And Cowboys' first Super Bowl appearance was also their sloppiest. They committed 4 turnovers against the Baltimore Colts, including a late interception with the score tied at 13. I'd also love to interview Jay Novacek. I think that'd be really cool. I think I'll name one of my Patreon circles the Jay Novacek circle. I'll get some of his whiskey. I'll have that up. I'll only drink it during the Jay Novacek or the Patreon exclusive chats, and I'll invite him on for an interview when I can. Once I do that, that'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool. Jay Novacek circle membership circle. That'd be really cool. Super Bowl V. So yeah, Super Bowl 5, January 71, January 17th, 71. Cowboys' first Super Bowl appearance was also their sloppiest. They committed 4 turnovers against the Baltimore Colts, including a late interception with the score tied at 13. The Colts were even sloppier, with an incredible 7 turnovers. Still, Baltimore managed to win the game thanks to a 32-yard field goal from Jim O'Brien with just 5 seconds remaining. Well, come on, son of a gun. Super Bowl V1, January 16th, 1972. It wasn't just redemption, it was one of the easiest Super Bowl wins ever. Miami Dolphins never really challenged Dallas to Super Bowl V1. Early in the first quarter, the Cowboys' famous Doomsday defense forced a fumble by Larry Sonka, who almost never fumbled. After that, it was all downhill for the Dolphins. Miami gained only 185 yards in the game compared to 352 for Dallas. The game ended in a 24-3 romp that gave the Cowboys their first Super Bowl championship. Well, that's good. That's good. Let's take a little break here. Watching Reese's. Gonna get some Reese's. Gonna eat it on stream. Mm. Really good. Mm. Mm. AFC Divisional Playoff, December 23rd, 1972. This game is perhaps the ultimate example of what Roger Staubach was known as Captain Comeback. Down to the 49ers, 28-13. In the fourth quarter, Cowboys coach Tom Landry replaced Craig Morton with Staubach, who had been sidelined by a shoulder injury. Staubach then threw for 2 touchdowns in the final minutes for a 30-28 victory. Yes, Craig Morton. He played in the last Super Bowl. He played in the 70 season Super Bowl, but didn't win. Well, I think the biggest thing about Rodgers is that he never quit. Cowboys defensive tackle Bob Lilly said, okay, there you go. Defensive tackle. Defensive tackle. 70s. Didn't matter how much the Cowboys were down. Didn't matter how much the Cowboys were down. Okay. That was a divisional playoff, though. We didn't go to the Super Bowl, I don't think. No. But we still won. It's good. It's good for our numbers. It's good for our stats that we won. Super Bowl X, that'd be Super Bowl 10. January 18th, 1976. That was Super Bowl 10, so. Some 1, some 2, some 3, some 4, some 5. I guess that was Super Bowl 10. In the 70s, hardly anyone could challenge the Pittsburgh Steelers and their dreaded steel curtain defense. The Cowboys tried, even leading 10-7 at halftime, but a blocked punt for a safety jump started a Steelers comeback. There's a picture. Pittsburgh quarterback Terry Bradshaw later connected. Bradshaw. Grr. Bradshaw. Yeah, we lost that one. Later connected with Lynn Swann on a 64-yard touchdown pass that turned out to be the difference maker.
Oh.
Excuse me. There's another Super Bowl disappointment for the Cowboys. Super Bowl X11, January 15th, 1978, Super Bowl 12. Dallas crushed the Orange Crush. That's Denver. Denver Broncos, led by former Cowboys quarterback Craig Morton, were the surprise winners of the AFC and appearing in their first Super Bowl. But Morton was no match for his former backup Roger Staubach, or for the Doomsdayers, who intercepted Morton 4 times. Cowboys defense had 4 sacks and allowed only 8 completed passes in a 27-10 win. So Craig Morton played in Super Bowl 12. Is that what we're saying? Let's see the list. Let me see the list again. '70s. '72. '72. It said Craig Morton started a game, but he gets credit for starting at 72. But of course, Roger Staubach won. But I guess Roger Staubach lost the next game. It's funny. Not funny, but 78. So when is this? When is this? Oh, the Denver Broncos. I'm sorry, led by former Cowboys quarterback Craig Morton. So Craig Morton actually went to Denver and played in the Super Bowl against the Cowboys. Are you serious? He did, huh? He did. Wow. Wow, 78. Wow, it's the Giants and Broncos. Revived his career with the Broncos. He would overcome the injury. First NFL quarterback to start the Super Bowl for 2 different teams. A feat only equaled by Kurt Warner, Peyton Manning, and Tom Brady. Yeah. That's funny. So he was pulled in favor Norris Weiss. Well, that couldn't have felt very good That couldn't have felt very good at all. I don't know if I'll be interviewing Craig Morton. It's currently 81. I guess I could try to track him down. Just warm back up. I don't know. Yeah, Cowboys defense was dominant. Super Bowl 13, 1979. Yeah, we didn't win this one. This one was a rematch of 76. Oh, really? Oh, Steelers. And this time, the Steelers, in addition to their tough defense, had some offensive firepower. Still, the Cowboys tight end Jackie Ed Too Tall Jones crushes Craig Morton during Super Bowl 12. That's funny. Look at that. Look at that. Ed Too Tall Jones crushes his former quarterback. It's like, you still owe me money. Bah! The Cowboys tight end Jackie Smith hadn't dropped the pass in the end zone. Dallas might have defended its crown. In a wild shootout that some consider the best Super Bowl ever, Bradshaw threw for 4 touchdowns and Staubach threw for 3. At one point, the Cowboys trailed 35-17, but Captain Comeback brought them to within 4. However, the Steelers couldn't be denied, and they held on for the victory. Well, that's great. That's not great, but you know. NFC Championship game, January 10th, 1982. Don't ever mention the catch around Cowboys fans. Sure, it's one of the most famous plays in NFL history, but it's one of the most painful for Dallas. The catch. Oh, yeah. Don't ever mention the catch around Dallas fans. Yeah, Cowboys fans. With San Francisco trailing 27-21 and the clock ticking toward 0, 49ers quarterback Joe Montana took his team downfield. From the Dallas 6-yard line, Montana rolled right as Cowboys defenders chased him. Just before stepping out of bounds, Montana sent a high pass into the back corner of the end zone. Wide receiver Dwight Clark, running from the other side of the end zone, leaped into the air and made a fingertip catch. The extra point lifted San Francisco for the team's dynasty of the 1980s. How about them Cowboys Super Bowl 37, January 31st, 1993. XXV 1-1. That was Coach Jimmy Johnson's reaction whenever his team did something special. And Super Bowl XXV 1-1, a 52-17 rout of Buffalo, was special indeed. Troy Aikman threw for 4 touchdowns, and the defense ran 2 fumbles into the end zone. The victory marked the Cowboys' first NFL championship since the 77 season. Oh, yeah. Cowboys at Giants, January 2nd, 1994. Dallas faced the New York Giants in the final game of the 1993 regular season. Oh, okay. Both teams were 11-4 going into the contest, and the winner would clinch home field advantage throughout the playoffs. The loser would make the playoffs with the wildcard team. Things looked grim for the Cowboys when running back Emmitt Smith separated his shoulder in the first half, but he played the rest of the game and basically beat the Giants one-handed. Smith ran for 168 yards and caught 10 passes for another 61 yards. In an overtime thriller, Dallas came out on top. It was perhaps the greatest regular season game in Cowboys history. Super Bowl XXV 111, January 30th, 1994. Yeah. In a rematch against Buffalo, the Cowboys had to try a bit harder than last time. The Bills established a 13-6 lead by halftime. It looked like Buffalo might finally win its first Super Bowl. But early in the third quarter, Dallas safety James Washington recovered a fumble and went 48 yards for a game-tying touchdown. Buffalo never recovered. Emmitt Smith, who rushed for 132 yards and 2 touchdowns, was voted Super Bowl MVP. Jim Johnson's last game as Cowboys coach saw him carried off the field on players' shoulders. Super Bowl XXX 30. Wait. Oh no, it was 20, 28, and then 20 something. So this was 30 already. January 20th, 1996. This time with Barry Switzer as coach, Dallas became the first team to win 3 Super Bowls in 4 years. Cornerback Larry Brown had 2 big interceptions. Smith scored twice, and Cowboys finally beat the Steelers in Talkin. The quarterback. NFC Divisional Playoffs, January 11, 2015. Known as the no game, no catch game, Cowboys fans will always believe their team was robbed. Trailing the Packers 26-21, Dallas moved downfield in the game's final minutes. On 4th and 2 from Green Bay's 32-yard line, Tony Romo threw a perfect pass to a diving Dez Bryant. Making an amazing grab, Bryant caught the ball at the 1-yard line. Just one problem. As Bryant hit the ground, the ball moved a few inches while in his hands. After a video review, officials overturned the call. The Packers took over possession and held on to win the game. 3 years later, the NFL changed its catch rule. Under the new rule, Bryant's no catch would have been a completion. Thirty more pages here. Let's take a little break. Got 3 books to go. 3 books to go. Mm. Great rivalries. Chapter 8. When you're known as America's team, everyone is a rival. Not only do the Dallas Cowboys recognize that, they like it. They also like the fact that hundreds, if not thousands, of Cowboys fans fill the stands when they visit any stadium in the country. Sometimes, especially in places where the local team doesn't sell out games, there are more folks rooting for Dallas than they are cheering on the home team. Yeah, so definitely in LA. There are lots of fans in LA. Lots of fans in LA. Chapter 8, Great Rivalries. Have now been on for 1 hour and 10 minutes. When you're known as America's team, everyone is a rival. Not only do the Dallas Cowboys recognize that, they like it. They also like the fact that hundreds, if not thousands, of Cowboys fans, I just said that. In fact, a 2017 study showed that 10% of all people who follow the NFL considered themselves Cowboys fans. Yep, Cowboys fans are everywhere. When owner Jerry Jones was inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 2017, the stadium in Canton, Ohio, was packed with his team's faithful and with the entire Cowboys roster of players and coaches. I leave you tonight with one last thank you, Jones said in his speech. It's for you, the fans. I'm a fan. You're the heartbeat of the game. And the Dallas Cowboys fans are the greatest fans on earth. But I love Giants fans. I love Giant fans. I love Eagle fans. I love Redskin fans. I love Mason Lawn High School fans here. I love McKinney fans right here in town. You're here tonight because you love the game. Guys, I'm here because I love it too. Of course, not everyone likes the Cowboys. That's especially true of the three opponents in the NFC East, whom Dallas faces twice a season: New York Giants, Philadelphia Eagles, and Washington Redskins. It's also true of two franchises the Cowboys don't play every year, but which have been great rivals through the decades, especially in the playoffs. Here's a look at those rivalries. Green Bay Packers. I think this might be my last chapter for tonight. Green Bay Packers. Heading into the 2018 season, the Packers led the all-time series 19-17. 8 of those matchups came in the playoffs with each team winning 4. That includes the league championships in 1966 and 67, which Green Bay won to earn a trip to the first 2 Super Bowls. Dallas had its glory days against the Pack in the 1990s, winning 3 straight postseason games. At one point in that decade, when the Cowboys had the triplets, they beat Green Bay 8 straight times. Nice. But the Packers had a string of 5 victories in a row from 2009 to 2015 with Aaron Rodgers at quarterback. Yeah. Said Packers receiver Jordy Nelson, who was Rodgers' favorite target during many of those Green Bay wins. It's a good conversation for the fans. There's a lot of history there in the past, and I think we've had a lot of history just recently too. And so it's just some big games and some incredible finishes. Yeah, I'll be right back. Let me take a break. So hit that like button and the little hearts. I like the little hearts. Yeah, I like the hearts. Ugh. Ah, I appreciate everyone on stream. You guys are the best. Thank you so much. Might replace this with a Cowboys one, a Cowboys flag, but who knows? I do love my UT football, my football, science football, my other football. State football. Just make sure everyone can see it. You know, people see it. I guess that's why it's kind of weird. Okay, yeah. Generic sports drink, why not? Whew. American scene, it should say since 1989. That's the whole thing. In fact, I should just put it up here. But that's kind of what I was doing before. American scene since 1989. Yeah, that looks a little better. That's kind of what it was. Yeah, that looks good. Quite good. Oh, okay, let's get back to it. Pittsburgh Steelers. How could teams play from two different conferences create a bitter rivalry? By playing in some epic Super Bowls. Heading into the 2018 season, Dallas led the all-time series 17-15. The teams have been in three Super Bowls. Pittsburgh came out on top in the 1975 and 78 seasons, and Dallas took home the title in 1995. Both teams were dominators in the 70s. Dallas won 2 NFL championships, while Pittsburgh, led by the Steel Curtain defense, won 4. Great teams loaded with great players make for some awesome rivalries. Consider that 15 Hall of Famers played in the 2 Super Bowls in the 1970s. 10 from Pittsburgh, 5 from Dallas. Both coaches, Chuck Noll and Tom Landry, are also in the Hall. It's one of the great rivalries in all of sports, and it's been like that long before I showed up here, said Cowboys coach Jason Garrett, who took charge midway through the 2010 season. They played against each other in the 70s, 2 marquee franchises that were winning the Super Bowl. New York Giants. Can I get through this whole thing? I don't know. Maybe. If it seems like the TV networks love this rivalry, well, they do. Since 2009, when AT&T Stadium opened, the Cowboys and Giants have played numerous nationally televised games. Dallas has won plenty of them, but the one that hurt was the first ever at Jerry World. A record crowd of 105,121 filled the stands, and there was no shortage of celebrities. Former President George W. Bush, 2009 Gardner Stadium. I guess we lost, huh? And First Lady Laura Bush did the coin toss. Nice. Okay. Got a former president there from Texas. Okay. Basketball star LeBron James was in the crowd. Oh man. And the new Ring of Honor was unveiled during a halftime ceremony. Featuring Roger Staubach, Bob Lilly, Troy Aikman, Evan Smith, and Mike Orban. Oh man. Oh yes, and there was a game too. Unfortunately for Cowboys fans, it featured a superb performance by Giants quarterback Eli Manning. He threw for 330 yards and 2 touchdown passes, bringing New York from behind 4 times. Manning led 2 fourth-quarter drives that resulted in field goals by Lawrence Tynes. The second of those was a 37-yarder to win the game with no time remaining. After the Giants' victory, Manning wrote his name on a wall near the visiting locker room. He had a message that was sure to annoy Cowboys fans. 33-31, first win in the new stadium. Oh, bro. There's no denying that the loss stung. Overall, though, Dallas has had the upper hand in the rivalry. Entering the 2018 season, Cowboys led the series 64-46 to 2 ties. The first meeting was back in 1960 at the old Yankee Stadium in New York. The Giants had a respectable 5-3-1 record going into the game, while the Cowboys were 0-10. Oh, gotcha. Cowboys coach Tom Landry had been the Giants' defensive coordinator from 1954 to 1959, but New York's owner, Wellington Mara, suggested that the Cowboys hire Landry as their head man when they debuted in 1960. Right? That's exactly what the Cowboys did. Landry repaid Mara by leading Dallas to a 31-31 tie against the Giants. At first, the Cowboys appeared headed for yet another loss, but quarterback Eddie LeBaron threw two touchdown passes in the final quarter. It was the Cowboys' only non-defeat in 1960. Okay, so we lost. We didn't win any games, but we also tied one game. From there, things got much worse for Dallas, things got much better for Dallas, except in the postseason. The only playoff meeting between the two teams occurred after the 2007 season. The Giants won 21-17 at Texas Stadium and went on to claim Super Bowl crown. Yeah. But the one game that Cowboys fans will always remember was Emmitt Smith's unbelievable performance in the final week of the 1993 regular season. Even with a separated shoulder, Smith practically won the game single-handedly. Philadelphia Eagles. Philadelphia is known as the city of brotherly love, but that doesn't apply to the Cowboys. Heading into the 2018 season, the Cowboys led the series 66-52, including a record of 3-1 in the playoffs. Games between the Cowboys and the Eagles tend to be rough, ugly, and sometimes dirty. After all, this is the rivalry that ended Michael Irvin's career with a back injury in 1999. Really? Son of a bitch. Son of a gun. Eagles fans actually cheered when Irvin went down, lay motionless on the turf, and they cheered again when he was wheeled off on a stretcher. Irvin claimed those cheers were out of respect. Eagles fans would probably disagree. It was a compliment for Philly to cheer me, said Irvin. Philly wasn't cheering my injury. They were cheering my departure. Thank God he's leading the field. He's been killing us. Thank God maybe now we have a chance to win. Given the bad blood between the two teams, any Dallas win against Philadelphia is big. But two of the biggest came in the playoffs after the 1992 and 1995 seasons. The first was a 34-10 triumph, yes, that marked the first home playoff win for Jim Johnson's crew led by the Triplets. Dallas outgained Philly 346 yards to 178 and had 5 sacks. The second meeting was just as lopsided. Eagles quarterback Randall Cunningham, we got him later, one of the better scrambling quarterbacks in NFL history, went down 4 times. Dallas cruised to a 32-11 victory, and sweetest of all, the Cowboys went on to win the Super Bowl both those years. Okay, I think I'm going to pause for right now and pick up this a little later tomorrow. I want to thank everybody coming on stream today. Love you guys. Maybe I'll do a stream or do a video about our undrafted free agents. I might do that tomorrow, Wednesday. I'm definitely going to do a Q&A on Thursday. Yeah. Reddit. Why hasn't Justin Simmons been signed? We could get Justin Simmons. That'd be awesome. Let's go get Justin Simmons. Let's go sign him to a deal that we give him $1 this year because we have no money. Then we give him all the rest of the money next year. I mean, well, Mark Parsons, C. Lamb, Dak Prescott are like, what the heck? Are they cutting us? Are they not going to pay us? So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. All right. See you guys. Go Cowboys.